There it is. It's crazy, right? It's right there. There it is. That's what I'm saying, bro. There it is, bro. I'm telling you, what's going on, world? What's going on, world? Yeah, man, let's cut the bullshit out, man. Let's trim the fat. Let's cut the bullshit out. Let's get serious, man. October. I can't even speak about October, man. I want to say the whole, like, I don't know, man. September, October. It's been nothing but gameplays, man. I don't even remember what day Silk Song released. Whatever day Silk Song released, that's when it all started. You know what I mean? I was already in the midst of wrapping up. It was either Pokemon or something. Actually, I don't remember what game it was. It was a mix of Pokemon and Sea of Stars, and then we started Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced. So I wasn't gonna do how's it going? I wasn't gonna do Evilise Chronicles. I wanted to. I thought about it because I was watching someone else play it a couple of nights ago, and I was like, "This is pretty good. This is pretty good gameplay right here." Um, I don't know if I want to deal with that right now. You know, my mind is already set on Digimon. Now, here's the thing: Digimon, I ain't gonna lie, man. On the Steam, it's running real smooth. Like it's running real smooth right now. Like the way ZA is projected to be, Pokemon ZA, the way that's projected to be on Switch 2, it's already smooth on Steam. Like whatever you got going on your laptop, you know what I mean? Like the loading is fast. Digimon are running around. They're just fighting things. You can have them preempt strike. You know what I'm saying? Like random villains on the field. I was over here fighting the damn viruses. It was crazy. So if you want to check that out, man, anybody that's here from the replay trying to figure out what's going on, I'm just walking down the street. I may or may not walk home. I don't even know yet. I just got done playing the damn game. You understand me? Just got done playing the damn game, and I will say I'm really happy, man. So September, I was over here playing Silk Song. My fingers, hold on, boom. My fingers was on some fast twitch muscle. You know what I'm saying? You got to do some stuff. So when I go home tonight, I might have to do at least one, recording, at least an hour of Silk Song recordings, and I'm gonna call it a wrap at an hour. You know what I'm saying? Get some footage in for that, because I'm kind of stuck on one of the levels, but I need to do that on the side. That's gonna be my prime time 3 o'clock joint. So prime time 3 o'clock. Stay tuned to that Silk Song every day. But for now, as soon as I can, every chance I can get to some Wi-Fi at the library or something, I'm gonna post up. I'm gonna do that Digimon. What's that shit, bro? Digimon Story Time Stranger. That's what it's called, man. The Time Stranger. So the dude, it looks like so far the main character is over here time leaping on accident. That's what it looks like. Looks like he's time leaping on accident. So I just played the beginning of the game. I think there's people who know more about the plot, know more about from playing the demo and stuff like that. This is my first time playing it. I'm happy. I'm happily surprised by everything in the game so far. So now, like I said, first 2 hours. Oh, and the other thing is, like in the beginning, I was just like, I want to know what Digimon they're gonna give me. There was like 3 choices. One of them was actually was it that like the Devimon, the small one? They had Devimon for your virus. They had who was the vaccine? It was Patamon, and then I want to say Data, if not the other vaccine, was Gomamon. So I had Gomamon was my choice, and I was like, if they don't let me pick Gomamon, bro, as or something, you know what I mean? Like I need like a nature Digimon. You need like the nature, you know what I'm saying, the green Digimon or whatever. I don't know if that makes sense to a lot of people. I played some of the older games, so I'm also like really casual when I play it. But that's what I want, because Zudomon, when you keep upgrading him, Zudomon is my favorite Digimon ever. He's my favorite Digimon. It's like the dude with the he's a walrus with a beard, turtle shell, and he's got a hammer with lightning. That's crazy. He's basically Thor as a walrus with a turtle shell. That's basically what he is. So that's what I've been on, bro. I've been on this game right now. I'm hooked on this game, and I'm happy so far with the gameplay. So it's been good. Anyway, October. That's what October's looking like. Basically, if we're talking about timeline and time frame wise, I've got about 2 weeks. Got about 2 weeks. So here's the game plan, just for those that are wondering. If you're gonna stay tuned to some of the gameplays I'm gonna be doing, because it's gonna be top notch quality. I'm gonna have to replug in the Switch to the replug in the Switch. I might do a quick tester quick test video with some of the Switch games, at least the ones that I have, and then I'm gonna do like a little quick recording and just try to get back on track with that stuff. You know what I'm saying, on the Elgato. So I have the Elgato joint. So I'm gonna work on that again. My thing is this, right? Pokemon ZA is September. I'm sorry, excuse me, October. Is going to be 14 days from now, which is approximately 2 weeks. So my thing is, for the meantime, Digimon's going to be like the mainstay for live streaming. So I've kind of I understood the gist now of just like trying to what do you call this, level grind and whatnot. Car coming, so I'm just waiting across the street. But I understand the gist now for just level grinding, and I understand the other side of it. They expect you, they give you all the materials in the beginning. They give you stuff like Agumon and Sunomon and, you know what I'm saying, things that'll digivolve to things that will be good for you. And it's just like they give you the formula to beat Kawagamon, which is like the first boss. I went the hard way, pause, where it's just like I had Gomamon, so I'm using nature versus nature. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was doing. That was my issue. But I did have Ryudamon, who was kind of clutch as well, and also Huskamon or something. Huskamon. Do I like Pokemon? I'm about to play Pokemon in 2 weeks, but right now we're focusing on Digimon because it just released today, and it's a really good game. You got to get that. If you have Steam or if you have other systems, I would say look up Digimon and download it and play it. That's it's pretty good right now. Digimon Story, Time Stranger. I like both of them though. I'm gonna be playing both of them soon. So here's the game plan for the live stream shit. I'm still gonna stick for the live stream shit. I'm sticking to Digimon for now, and then when it comes to the actual recordings, once Pokemon comes out, I'm gonna have to get on top of that. Pause, you know what I'm saying, and then just get to recording the Pokemon game. But that's what I said. That's what I was saying. I'm going to do a test run. I'm gonna do a test run of some I'm gonna do a test run of a Switch game or just some Switch gameplay in general. Might do like an hour's worth and then just post it up later. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get that situated. We're gonna set that up, and once I know that that's a go, once I know that that's good, I'm gonna I'm going to wait for the 16th, and then when the 16th happens, I'll be posting that too. But here, man, since y'all here, man, check it out. Sunset behind downtown right there. It's beautiful today. Beautiful today, man. Sunset right behind the clouds too. It's real nice, man. It's real nice. There it is, man. End of summer had already ended. Ooh, summer had been ended already, but you know. Anyway, that's the 2 week plan from now on. You know, I'm gonna stay locked in. There's gonna be a couple days where I'm gonna be a little set back because I will be doing I will be working 3 days next week. So the 3 days I'm working next week, you know, I'll get a chance to maybe do 1 hour on Tuesday, maybe 1 hour on Wednesday, because I'll be working those 2 days. And then from there, you know, gotta stay locked in. I'm staying locked in. I'm staying locked in. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Who is that? Rachel Dyer. You already know. That's my thing. I don't know why they're giving me the ats. They're giving me the at symbol. That's kind of cool though. But you know, so I'm saying, man, if you you know what I'm saying, everyone who's on the same frequency of time talking to me like that, you know, I'll sit there, I'll interact with you. But everything else, man, it is what it is. You know, the small talk we can get with that later. But Trey, earlier you say you subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for that. You talking about my channel? You talking about the YouTube itself? But anyway, beside the point, you know, it's gonna be a lot of gameplay. It's gonna be a lot of gaming. You know what I mean? At least on my end, because you know I get drained sometimes. I get kind of drained just doing things a lot. But I'm gonna stay locked in on the Pokemon. You know, like I said, I'm giving myself 2 weeks to create as much data and gigabytes, you know, space or whatever, storage or whatever, on that as possible. The Elgato 4K is as good as I'm gonna get it, but the OBS 1080 right now, that OBS 1080 joint, you know what I'm saying, I'm working on that. So that Silk Song is gonna be real smooth. I'm telling you, Silk Song is gonna be real smooth. At least what's left of it. So stay tuned tomorrow, guys, because 3 o'clock tomorrow. If you're wondering, 3 o'clock tomorrow. I mean, you can probably check my channel, it's gonna be there, but October 3rd, 3 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? It's my battle against Grandmother Silk. And you can kind of skim through it. You know, I was dying a lot, but I battled her for about an hour. I battled her for about anywhere from 40 to 50 minutes. If I'm doing the math right, I might be doing the math whole wrong. I'm gonna just say an hour. I was battling her for an hour. It took me about an hour to finally beat her. You know what I'm saying? And that was a long battle right there. That was a long battle. You know, I thought like in the beginning I kind of had it, like I understood the pattern, but then I kept messing up and I kept falling for the the pattern started to speed up. No, sorry, not speed up, but it started to double a bit. So she started throwing a little more knives. Like there was like two phases of knives. I run horizontal, vertical. I was like, I could time that. That's easy. Just keep my eye on the ball. Pause, and then from there, I just make sure that she's not swinging, a slash at me or anything like that. That's it. But I messed up a lot of times. I'm gonna say a lot of times because it took me an hour to beat her. It took a long time, and it's funny. I was just messaging my friend the other day. Or sorry, today. That was today. Last night and today, I was like, let me know when you're at this part. Whoop wop. But he said he's still dealing with the last judge, and I'm like, that was a tough battle too. That took me like 2 hours at least, an hour and a half, 2 hours. I might be wrong. Somewhere within that range, hour and a half, 2 hours. It took me a long time. I had to lock in for a second. That battle was rough, man, and that was probably one of my favorite battles because it taught me. I was like, you know what, man, this is the part of the game that might be the end, and therefore you need to really lock in. And then all of a sudden there's Act Two, so that shit fucked me up. But shout out to the stupid trolling accounts that was telling me that there was an Act Three. Y'all funny. I fuck with y'all. I appreciate it though. Because I was ready. I was ready to brawl the whole game. I was like, yep. Every new place that I uncover and unlock, I'm at the brought out. I already know. That's how I felt. But I'm just happy, man. I'm happy that the month of October, I'm giving you the best of my material here, man. You know what I'm saying? My live streams are no longer 240. Happy that y'all bared with me. Happy that you guys are seeing the best of me doing 1080. Shout out to Solarian. I can't say it enough for really hooking me up with the you know what I'm saying, the information, cheat sheet, if you will. There was a cheat sheet that he kind of sent me. So I was over here just looking at the numbers. I'm like, yep, there it is. Now I got the 1080 output. It's over. So I'm about to review my stream tonight, if not tomorrow morning. Just make sure the resolution is on point. Because somebody else is telling me, like, yep, I see it now. It's there. It's all there. It looks real clear. I'm like, that's all I need to hear, man. That's all I needed to hear. I'm going to be zigzagging for a second, man. I'm going to be zigzagging for a second because there's a piece of me that's like, just go home and eat. But the other side of me is like, I ain't trying to waste nobody else's food, man. I'm tired of that shit. You know what I mean? I remember back when I had I was making a lot more money. You know what I'm saying? I was making a lot more money. I was over here able to feed myself more or less. I was still under someone else's roof, but I was able to feed myself, go out to eat. Yes, you know what I mean? Just do that. And right now, it hurts me that I'm not able to take care of myself because I feel a little, I'm a little set back. So that's why you're gonna see me just lock in on these streams here, the streams and the gameplays in general. Every hour, nothing wasted. Get up, stretch the body, get the you know what I'm saying? Early in the morning. That's what I'm saying. Early in the morning, I gotta stay focused because I'm gonna go work out, go play, play basketball, hoop around, you know what I'm saying? Just dribble around, hoop around a little bit. Shit like that. You say you're the only one that's watching the stream, huh? You might be, man. You might be. It's like them times. Sometimes it's like that. You know what I mean? And I appreciate whoever stays. You know what I'm saying? Let me catch up on it, man. Who we got? Yeah, I addressed everybody, huh? But I'm zigzagging right now. I'm just zigzagging, walking a bit, getting the legs moving and shit. I'm gonna sit there. We're gonna loop around. I don't know if I'm gonna hit the store. That was my first idea. Like my first thought was go to the store. Yesterday was crazy. This is how you know every dollar really counts, man. I hit up the teriyaki joint for the bowl, and then yesterday I was talking about how, excuse me, I was like I'm gonna cut down on soda because every time you get a soda, they add like adds like $3 to your order. And technically $3 to $4 because if you're like me, you're the type of person that always hits the tip. You know what I mean? Pause. But it's like if you're one of those, then yeah, because my thing is if you can't, you know what I'm saying? If you don't tip, then don't leave the house, man. That's my thing, man. Because the people are handling your food. This is a service. It deserves something, man. Sure. You know what I mean? Sure, you don't got to do no 25, 30%. That's kind of high. Some places don't even allow you to tip. But if you can, I will because it's like you guys are handling our food. This is stuff we want to eat. So, but yeah, I'm getting a little lightheaded. I can't lie. I'm over here playing, saying, your boy playing video games all day and shit. It's like over here just gaming and shit. I'm getting lightheaded. All I had was a hard-boiled egg in the morning. Chug some water on top of that. What I do earlier? Walk over to the spot, Golden Wheat Bakery. You know, got the best joints. Here you know, blackberry Danish, brie, with their Americano, black, all black. Because the reason why we do that, no cream, just straight caffeine, no cream, no milk, none of that weird shit. You know what I mean? Straight caffeine. That's what I'm on right now, man. Welcome to the live chat, man. Anybody dropping in? I'm just hyped because it was a good ass game. I was trying to time it. I'm like, I'm sitting here for like 2 hours. I gotta get the fuck out of here. You know, sitting there for too damn long. We still got sunlight, so that's why I got the energy and the mood to walk around, do my thing. You know, crazy, man. Crazy. Taking my sweet time. I need to check on the wild card scores for the playoffs because you know it's best of 3 games. So some of these series might push to 3 games. We're gonna see who's the last team standing. And the Mariners don't play again until about next week. Sometime next week. I forget the exact day, but we'll see, man. Oh man, you missed it. Squirrels over here running around. Squirrels over there running around. Hey, check out the oh, there he is, right there. There goes a little squirrel right there. Have you seen him? Little squirrel right there. You see the fountain too? You got the fountain too. They're living like that. Living good, man. We out here. Oh, I'm chilling right now. Yeah, man. Not like what it was too. That's what's crazy, man. I remember this like 20. Yeah, that was about 2015, 2012 to 2015-ish in this era. I'm like, my friend used to live all the way down the street, all the way down like 6, 7 blocks away. I used to walk. I used to leave this house. I used to walk this direction down here. I would always hear the fountain at night. This is summer nights. So summer nights, I used to hear that shit. I was like, damn. I don't know why it was always refreshing, you know, because it's like it's summer nights, so it's hella warm, and I'm walking past this house with a fountain, and I would just sit there. You know, your boy's just dreaming. You know what I'm saying? They ain't teaching people how to dream properly. They don't really teach that, but it happens. Everybody has thoughts and dreams. You know what I'm saying? So none of it was necessarily cultivated, but that energy and that thought process is manifested nonetheless. For those that understand it. But here we go. Sunlight. Boom. All right. So now we're on this side. See if I can zoom in for a second. Sun setting behind the buildings. Sun setting west. Right behind downtown, man. It's as beautiful as it gets. What's going on, Alex? What's going on, Alex? It's sunset right now, man. Sunset right now, man. Whoosh. Almost dropped the phone. Got butterfingers out here. Yeah, man. What's going on, bro? Check in with the live streams next time, man. Check in with the Digimon and everything. I know some people are going to be coming in and out there because they want to see the first live gameplay. You know, it's crazy because the game was supposed to release 3 p.m. Pacific. You know what I'm saying? At least over here. So 3 p.m. me and Z are just messaging each other. Hold on. Yeah, he's still on the game. He didn't message me back. I didn't message him back either for a minute, for like 2 hours. But it's funny because we were talking a little bit. He's like, damn, they need to release the game. I'm like, man, they're exercising the crest of patience right here, man. It's going to get that Sukumon in there. You know, if you know about Sukumon, that's what it's going to be. You know? Digimon RPG talk, man. We just talking RPGs. It's going to be like this all month. You know, when that cold starts to settle in, still might get a bit of sun rays here and there, a bit of sunset. You know, sunset. Even if like I'll say like today, this is the weather I like, man. That's what people don't realize. This is my favorite type of weather because fall's always on time, man. That back to school weather, that October kind of weather. You know what I mean? At least here in this city, it's like, it's nice. Like, think about it. There's no overcast. It's just sun. It's just sunlight and it's crispy. It's like cool. The weather is cool. It's not super cold. Like you're not freezing to death, and the sun is just there. And I will say too, I gotta say too, in the wintertime, we have days like that too. We have days very similar to that in the wintertime, where it's like it'll be hella cold though. That's the difference. It'll be hella cold, so you'll be bundled up, but the sun is just there. You know what I'm saying? It's just hella sunlight. So that's something to look forward to, man. But days like this, like I'm just watching the sun, like the way it rests on the grass, top of the trees, things like that, and even on the because I'm on a hillside, so I'm walking like along the hillside right now, just watching the sun set. Sorry, not set, but like just settle, like the sunlight settle along the hills. Like that's the best part because it's the opposite in the daytime. In the morning and daytime, sun rises east over the hills, and then on the other side of the lake, and a little mountain over to the east, and then you see it right here. Hold on, and then you see it right here. So it'll be facing the other way. So imagine the sunlight going the other way along the houses, and then the hill. So it'd be like on the Cherry Hill side right over there. That's Cherry Hill up top. So the sun would just be right along it. It's a good thing, especially in the morning time. When I used to walk to work in the mornings, I used to walk up Cherry Hill, and then just watching the sun right off there, it was beautiful, man. I'm telling you. So you got to take advantage of times like these. You know what I mean? It's a testament, man. You spend enough time outside, it's just like you get granted a wish or whatever. Wait, what? I'm leaning cratty? What does that mean, bro? Talk to me. Break that down. I don't know what you're talking about here. Talk to me, man. I'll flip it on you. Let me just flip the camera on you. Get a good look at that. Sun on the other side of the hill. Yeah, man. Yo, so YouTube is giving me all the ats now. So Alex, I was so used to calling you Alex John, but it's just like now, it just gives me Alex and then the numbers, and then you got all these new people coming in. I don't even I have to look at profile pictures to try and remember like who's who, but it's giving me the at, like the at. So like now I don't get specific names because there used to be a lot of people trolling in the live streams and just in general with the names. So now I just look at now they're giving me the actual ats, YouTube ats, like the username at, if that makes sense. So if I don't know you, man, I just don't know you. It's no offense, I just don't know you. You understand? Oh, I thought this was a damn park. They just put a bench right here. That's nice as hell. But yeah, man, let me know if the little connect gets spotty. Yeah, let me know if it gets spotty or not. I might walk that circle. Man, what the hell kind of, I don't know what I'm looking at actually. I don't know what I'm looking at. But yeah, man. Oh shoot, hold on. Make sure I don't dislodge the mic. Light's still on. Okay. I got the little mic attachment. I'm not trying to dislodge nothing. Yeah, there was one day. It was kind of like leading up to summer, but it was like also springtime still, and it was kind of cold and chilly. So when I was doing my stuff at the library, I was doing my thing, and then I walked around. I started doing these little laps, like zigzagging the laps in the back street, and I'm doing that right now. So, catching a bit of these sun rays before a set, go back inside. That was my original plan. That's what I used to do. So I used to go over there and do that multiple times. Just hit them. It was like I was just hitting laps basically. I was just hitting laps, you know. But that's what I do sometimes, man. Like anyway, long story short, man, library was closing, so I'm out of here. Just walking down, enjoying myself. If you jump in the live chat, I appreciate you, man. Anybody dropping in and out, love you and appreciate you as always, man. What can I say? You know what I mean? I think my last live stream I was doing when I was walking around, I was waiting patiently for 3 o'clock, so I kind of went to the library early just so I can sit and be still with that. You know what I mean? Look at my guy. What's going on with you? Yeah, he's just chilling right there. Anyway, yeah, man. What are you looking for? He's doing his thing. My other option was to just hit up the food truck, which I might. And like I said, we're gonna say no to the soda. Saying no to the soda. That's my main thing is like grab something to eat because it's less about pride and more about just being ergonomic to others around me. I don't want to waste my father's checks and what he spends his money on food wise, and he don't give a fuck. But I'm also like I don't want to just waste people's money, because when I'm at home, I can eat a lot. That's the thing. When you're at home, you're comfortable. Sometimes you get comfortable, you want to eat a lot. But for these next couple of days, I'm trying to lock in a little bit mentally. Like, all right, let's lock in. Let's spend less of other people's money and less of your own, if not eat less, because there's no reason for you to be eating that much. I'm not doing no physical activities. I'm not resupplying any protein or energy that is lost from working out. And therefore, because I'm just gaming, I don't need to be like, because you know what I mean? Like, you can develop a bad habit if you're making good money, especially if you're making good money from home. There's some people who make good money from home. They spend that good money from home that they get paid direct deposit and all that. They just order takeout. They just order delivery. That's all they order all fucking day. And then they just play video games. And I'm like, I gotta do a mix of some productivity. You know what I mean? I gotta play them video games. You know what I'm saying? Work out early in the morning, right before sunrise. You know, last time you saw me hooping right before sunrise. It was cold as hell outside. It was hella cold, but it didn't matter. Just do a little bit of hooping right before sunrise. But we'll see. Like, I got an executive decision to make because I'm gonna walk past the. Actually, I don't know if it's right here. It might be the next block. I can't even tell. Fucking street of my own. Oh shit! It might be the next one. I'm like hella far back. Yeah, I don't even know. I lost track of things, man. My friend used to live down the street. That's why. But I'm so used to being on the left side. That's funny. I guess things ain't changed that much. But anyway, that's me, man. I just can't be gaming and like video gaming and eating all the time. I've done that before. You know, that I'm not. I'm not against it. I'm not above it. But I got to be mindful right now because the thing is, next week I get paid for 1 day's worth of work, and then I have to wait for 2 more weeks to get paid 3 days worth of work, which is what I need to pay off a certain credit card, at least an old payment. You know what I'm saying? Like an old payment. So it's like little stuff like that. Like I just got to be mindful for the next coming weeks. Like just lock in. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to the body, stretch if necessary, and just stay focused. You know what I mean? Eat right and focus, man. It ain't easy, but yeah. And sometimes I'll be around people who are, not stingy with money, but very mindful with money. And I see them like just do a little. I'm gonna grab a little salad right here. At least I'm eating something. I'm gonna add a little chicken to it, put a little protein. That's it. Just like a little small things. And I respect it, man, because I'm just like, damn. When I'm going out to eat with them, I want to just pig out and just grab like the biggest meal. But then I find like the medium, like the middle ground, if you will, just the middle ground sometimes. But a lot of that stuff ain't necessary, man. Like I said, the whole day, left the house a little after 9, got to the library right at opening at 10. So like basically from let's just say like 9:30, ate a hard boiled egg. What time is it now? 6:30. So it's like boom, 10, 11, 12, 6. So that's like 9 hours of just that plus a Danish and a coffee. That's it. That's all I needed. You know what I mean? So you get like the fruits, you get a combination, or not fruits, but like you get a combination of your sugars and then caffeine. That's all I needed. That's all I needed, and then like a protein. But I swear, I used to do this all the time, man. I used to do it when I worked a physical job at the hospital. I don't even know what year that was, 2013, 2014, something like that. No, it was a little bit after. It was like 2015, 2016. So around that time when I was working there. And it was a physical labor job where, I had to deliver to a certain set of floors in a 11 or 12-story hospital. So it was like 12 floors in the hospital, at least 12 floors, but we only had to deliver to a set few. You know what I mean? We only had to deliver to a set few. But my thing was like, working this physical job, I just ate a hard-boiled egg in the morning. Sometimes I might have had 2, but just ate that shit and just went to work, and then I'd be lightheaded. I might just drink like free water at the little fountain or whatever. They got the little water dispenser thing. I used to just eat that shit, drink that shit, excuse me. And that's all I would do for just energy. It's like that sometimes. Like I said, man, I'm gonna walk past her. I'm gonna see what's going on. Cause I also ain't stopped by here in a minute, and I ain't hit the quesadilla in a long time. But it's probably, if it's the same price, I might just get a torta. Cause that joint be falling apart in the right way. Am I gonna do it today? I don't think so, man. It's right there too. I'm not gonna do it today, man. We got time, so I'm just gonna enjoy doing otherwise. Just cross here, man. We'll cross back over. Remember, I was telling you last time, if whoever tuned in on the chat, you know, do the little loop, long way, for whatever reason, keeping that mentality, staying focused. Like that's what's crazy, man. I never really thought I'd be this individual. I was so used to being reckless and going forward that when it comes down to just navigating in a smart way, your old surroundings and the same shit over and over, it's like, it's necessary sometimes, man. It's necessary time. This is just one of those weeks. It's just one of those weeks, man, or it has to be done this way. So that's how it goes. Fuck is this, man? Fuck on bullshit all the time. But yeah, so I said we take the long way. It's a good walk for me because the only walk I did was this morning up the hill. That's how I start the day. Walk up the hill. That's it, man. Walk up the hill. That's the beauty about living downhill. Every morning you wake up, you just attack the hill. You just got to climb. I don't know if I could live anywhere that doesn't have hills. There's not too many places like that. There's not too many cities that have hills integrated within the city. And it's just like, I need that, man. I need to know I'm climbing. I need to know I'm like, excelling at something. You know what I mean? I need that. Gotta attack the hills every day. That's the other thing. Tomorrow's Friday, so the joint I usually go to is gonna be closed. Therefore, I gotta go catch the bus going northbound. I'm gonna go northbound, and I'm gonna what do you call this? Post up at that place. Excuse me. And yeah, we'll see from there, man. We'll see from there. That's what's crazy. Starting this week too, though, I'm pretty much not Beyblading anymore. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna be Saturdays and Sundays. I'm still looking for that weekend job, get those weekend hours in, trying to get the money here and there. That's it. But I got some decisions to make on the Truancy hour. We're at 196 right now. This is episode 196. And the first one was sometime earlier this year. So it's like, if I stay on pace, just doing about 2 or 3 a day, whenever I'll walk outside and take a break. If I choose to walk outside and take a break, right, I'll run a Truancy hour joint. I'll run one of those. And that could take, that could take up a lot of time, realistically. That could take up a lot of time. So, no. That'll take up a lot of time. So the thing about it is, like, I gotta just be mindful of everything. I'm here rambling, bro. I'm just here rambling. The dude is trying to honk at me and tell me to cross the street. And I'm like, nah, just go ahead and go, because I'm taking my sweet time getting across that shit. I don't want to sit there doing a little light jog or nothing. Like, I don't want to do none of that. I got time for that shit, man. We're doing the long way today, man. We're doing the long way, so that's the way it goes, man. Just like motherfucker, just like, what are you scoping at? Just go. All right, here we go. That's crazy, man. 74%, and we only been on for 34. But if it hits 40, I'm donezo. If it hits 40, and we're gonna see. I'm gonna be donezo in a hot second. So we'll see how that go. We'll see how that play out. You know what I mean? We'll find out in a second, man. Yeah, hella cars going by. But yeah, man. I can't complain. Like, it's all good right now. Like, I've been having a great I have not even been looking at my numbers. Like, I'm saying analytics is one thing, but like just the numbers of how many videos have been posted, or like on average, my schedule at one point was it was a lot going on. What the fuck was he doing? The schedule at one point, there was a lot going on, in the sense that, like, I had something like kind of releasing and coming out every couple of days, if not like every 4 hours, so every 3 to 4 hours and stuff like that. But now it's like it's just been Final Fantasy Tactics kind of holding it down. Any live streams that came in, any live streams, any Truancy joints, any talks, what I'm saying, things along those lines. If it wasn't one of those, it was some form of just gameplay or whatever. So that's what everything's been. It's just been talks and gameplay. You know, there was a dude at my job. He was wondering like, what did you do on the weekend? He just it's like a it seems like a weird question, but it's just really simple. And I'm just like I was stuttering to answer it, but I'm like, what did I do? I was trying to think what I did, but I was ready to tell him about the meetup in Pacific, Algona, Tacoma, all that shit, and then the thing at tabletop. So like just everything along those lines, but it just wasn't, we were working, so like things just got in the way, things just happened, but it wasn't even important, bro. It was just like I don't even know how to address that shit sometimes, man. Like I say, I'm not where I'm at, and this is a time period of just locking in work. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like for me, I just gotta pull back, just work, just do the work, pull back, do the work, whatever. Hold on 1 second. All right, there it is. So, but that's my thing is like I don't really think about that shit, man. You just gotta do the work, just put the work in, and then whatever ensues or however things play out in the long run or in the future, man. That's just what it is. That's what happens. That's the way I see shit. Maybe I'm wrong for that. Maybe it's like, yeah, maybe you need to take a step back and really just like enjoy the moment and enjoy life. And it's like, listen, if someone is here from out of town, like my friend, I don't know if he's here. He might be here Saturday. I think he's going to a wedding reception and a wedding event on Saturday. So it's like, if that's happening, I'm just going to enjoy it as such. But I'm not, I'm not, sorry, not the wedding thing, but just like spending time with my friends. So I'm just not worried about it. The other thing that like the other time killer that I was kind of like worried about was having cigars to smoke for truancy, which was, it's not necessary, but it's nice to have. And I'm like, for every time I don't go out and buy it, I'm saving anywhere from 20 to 50 bucks because I get them in bulk. You know what I'm saying? I get multiple at once. So that was my thing. It's just like I'm not stressing it basically right now. That's just life right now. That's just where I'm at. Hold on. Like I said, I'm waiting for the 40, but I'm about to get up there. I'm waiting for the 42, man. So red right there. See, I'm gonna lock in a little bit on the street crossing. That's crazy. Oh shit. It's actually that time of day where there's so much traffic, which is crazy. You said it's been a while, Lillian? It ain't been a while for me, man. I'm doing this every day. Like, there's some type of live stream I'm doing every day. So, but I appreciate you dropping in. It might have been a while for you, which makes sense. But yeah, man, I was doing my little mukbang. I don't know what's the last one you dropped in on, man? I appreciate you being here either way. Like, no shade. I'm just like, damn. I'll stay doing these, man. I'll stay doing these. You know where to find me, Lillian or Lillian? What's the real name? Let me know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. There's the time right there. That's the time right there. That's all it took. Slow time right there. That is the one 5 days ago. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know how many I did since then. I think I kind of slowed down too because, we was dealing with a bit of trolling and some bullshit on one end. You know what I mean? So there's that. Get this rock out of here. Our real name is, don't tell me your real name, man. Don't worry about that shit. Don't tell me your real name, man. Don't ever tell on yourself, man. Don't worry about that shit. But yeah, that's what it is, bro. Shout out to the people that knew I gotta stay locked in. That's what it is. Every day, I'm telling you, bro. We back at it. Matter of fact, we never stopped, really. There was always something getting recorded. There's always something happening. There's always something to chat about. You know what I mean? There's always something. It's always something. It's always something. That's one thing, man. And that's one thing is like, people have a day off. If you have a day off, that means you have 8 hours to yourself that you normally would have spent at a work or a job place. That means you had hours or minutes that you would have spent commuting. Some people commute like half hour to an hour to get to work. My thing is you ain't got to do that now unless you commute to do some more work for yourself. But this is just me laying the groundwork, man. This is what it looked like. I'm doing my best to do it on the humble, you know? That's all I can do. I'm just trying to do it on the humble here. I want to do nothing janky, nothing crazy, but I do got to take a step back. I got to be mindful because the thing is, this is what the numbers bringing. Strangely enough, I don't understand it. I couldn't tell you why, but that brings the numbers in. But is it important? I don't know if it is necessarily. I don't know if it's important. Therefore, my thought process is this, man. It's like if it ain't necessarily, if it's not necessary, basically, right? I might have to just, starting hitting the evergreen joint, evergreen that shit. Chop it down. Like I said, I'm trying to get to 40. So exercising, just getting to 40. But there's nothing wrong with like if you're gonna pre-record it, have some notes. So that's what I'm saying. That's what my thought process is like. So like I said, we're at episode 196, but when we get to 200, just pay attention, man. Pay attention, because when I get to 200, I might have to shut it down. In terms of lives, I might just stick to doing the workout live streams because that shit really be bringing it in. I don't know why, but it does. So I might start sticking with that a little bit more. You know what I mean? I might be sticking with that a little bit more. But yeah, man. What you think, man? Who's hanging out? Who's chilling there? Who's chilling in the chat, man? Whoever's chilling in the chat, talk to me, man. Either way, I'm gonna wrap it up. If not, I'm wrapping it up. Just let me know. We're gonna let that hit, let that settle, let that whatever for the next couple minutes, couple seconds, whatever. And I'm gonna just get it back. Whoever's chilling. Cause that's my thing with the time, man. It's like I could do this just like everybody else, man. And then when it slows down, go back home, recharge, put up, plug the laptop in, start recording right away, man. Right again. Get that Silk Song gameplay. Cause I got, we got content for days for the Silk Song. That's what's crazy. And we can push that to the 16th. That's what I'm saying. I have like I'm at 35, so 35. So I got about 11 days worth, 11 recordings worth at least left. And I'm gonna hit you with the thank you for watching me play. I had just wrapped up doing a thank you for watching me play for the Final Fantasy. And that was fun. When I feel like there's nothing left and I don't know what else to do, I just wrap it up right there. But there's not much left for me to do. So anyway, man, I'm grateful either way. Like I said, I'm grateful either way, man. I let the time, my bad. I let the time take over and do its thing. My fingers been cramped up lately, man. I gotta be very mindful of this, man. I might just do like 1 or 2 a day, just for sake of time. But I feel like it feels like I'm crunched for time right now. Cause when I'm working, sometimes I work barehanded. They recommend you use the gloves. And I should. Sometimes I wear the gloves just to stay warm. But keep the body warm or whatever. But lately it's like it's easier for me to kind of just be a little more barehanded when I work with like just carrying the heavy stuff. There are certain things, like for example, if you were to, if I'm dealing with like I don't want to say a heavy item, but an item that can have splinters or something like that, that's when you'll see me wear layered gloves. How's it going, man? So, but for now, I like work on but anyway, like I said, I work with my hands so much. I just so used to it. And then when I try to do the gaming stuff, I just find myself feeling like a little more, stiffed or whatever. My fingers are a little more. There's when I had surgery, but there's like a hand rehab. There's like a therapy kind of thing. It's basically yoga for your hands. It's kind of weird to explain, but you're pretty much just stretching things out. The muscles and the tightness in your hands, you're just,